Terunofuji isn't just a sumo powerhouse, he's a comeback legend. Arriving in Japan with raw talent and ambition, he quickly rose to Yokozuna status. But his journey wasn't easy. Injuries and health issues sent him tumbling down the ranks, leaving many to doubt his return. Yet, against all odds, he fought back, reclaiming his place at the top and earning the respect of fans and rivals alike. Join us on the Sumo Spirit channel for his story and greatest matchups. Terunofuji Haruo was born Gantulga Gan Erdene on November 29, 1991, in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Before discovering sumo, he practiced judo and Mongolian wrestling, but at 18, in 2010, he moved to Japan and was scouted by a Japanese recruiter who saw exceptional potential in him due to his size of 6.3 feet and athletic prowess. He adopted the ring name Terunofuji upon joining the Magaki stable in January 2011, making his professional debut in that month's tournament. His natural talent and work ethic made him stand out quickly. In just 3 years, after climbing through the lower divisions with consistent victories, he reached the Makuuchi division, the top tier of professional sumo, in March 2014. Despite his upward trajectory, Terunofuji also faced many obstacles. Starting in 2016, his career was threatened by a series of devastating injuries, particularly to his knees, which are crucial for any rikishi. Health issues like diabetes and double knee surgery in 2017 left him weakened. His performance declined, and after several tournaments with poor results, he was demoted from the Ozeki rank in 2017, and later to Jonadan in 2019, the second lowest division in professional sumo. But the Mongolian refused to give up. Terunofuji's comeback is, without exaggeration, one of the most impressive in the sport's history. From Jonadan, he began climbing the divisions again, winning tournaments in the lower ranks and showing tenacity that stunned everyone. In March 2021, after winning the spring tournament, he reclaimed the Ozeki rank, becoming the first rikishi to achieve it twice in his career. 4 months later, in July 2021, he won the Nagoya tournament, his third Yusho, securing his promotion to Yokozuna, the pinnacle of sumo. Can you imagine defeating 5 fighters while facing you alone? Terunofuji can do this. Now, we will see his best 13 moves in sumo. Number 1. Terunofuji vs. Ura in 2021. With a grip on his opponent's arm, Terunofuji had to fend off a bold leg pick attempt by the Mega Shira before the pair separated and locked up again in their struggle. Then, Terunofuji ended the stalemate with an uwatanage, an overarm throw, while holding Ura's belt. Ura made a surprising last-ditch effort to stay upright by grabbing the Yokozuna's belt, but it was ultimately futile.
Rocks him, throws him down, but he doesn't let go. Well, he does now.
Number 2. Terunofuji vs. Takakeisho, Grand Sumo Tournament, 2021. Terunofuji moved closer to his first title at sumo's highest rank on September 25th, defeating Ozeki Takakeisho with a classic arm throw on the penultimate day of the Autumn Grand Sumo Tournament. After an initial failed attempt, he secured Takakeisho's belt and executed a successful uwatanage, improving his record to 12-2. Number 3. Terunofuji vs. Ichinojo, Grand Sumo Tournament, 2022. Terunofuji caught former Sekiwake Ichinojo with a solid left-hand grip from the initial charge. He then used an uwatanage to throw the 6.23 feet, 454-pound Titan to the clay with an overarm throw. Number 4. Terunofuji vs. Kiribayama, Grand Sumo Tournament, 2022. Chasing his third straight title as Yokozuna, Terunofuji dominated Kiribayama. He locked in a left-arm belt grip, then showed no mercy with a swift cockanage throw, sending his opponent flying off the ring. Number 5. Terunofuji vs. Genki in 2019. At first, Genki devised a solid tactic, testing the limits of the giant Terunofuji's mobility with a series of rapid slapping attacks, the well-known Soppari. What he didn't account for was the true extent of Terunofuji's strength, who simply waited for the perfect moment to unleash his full power in a violent oshiaoshi, sending poor Genki flying out of the dohyo. Number 6. Terunofuji vs. Daieisho, Kyushu Basho, 2021. On this occasion, the Yokozuna had to push himself to the limit to remain undefeated in the Kyushu Grand Sumo tournament, overcoming the dangerous Maegashira Daieisho with a reversal at the ring's edge. From the start, the bout seemed evenly matched. Seeking another upset after surprising Terunofuji in the previous September tournament, Daieisho withstood the Yokozuna's initial attack and once again had him on the ropes. However, teetering on one foot at the edge and in great danger, Terunofuji kept his balance and swung Daieisho to the side, giving himself enough room to execute a magnificent sukuinage, a beltless arm throw.
He gets high, and Daieisho takes him back, but look at this perseverance.
Simply magnificent. Before we continue, we remind you that if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the Sumo Spirit channel. Let's continue. Number 7. Terunofuji versus Kinbozan in 2024. Kinbozan wasn't at his best, but his biggest mistake was letting Terunofuji dictate the fight. The Yokozuna took control, locked him in, and effortlessly tossed him back to the ring with a powerful uwatanage. His easiest win of the tournament. Number 8. Terunofuji versus Takakeisho in 2020. Having held his ground against Takakeisho's powerful assault, Terunofuji nearly succumbed to a flurry of slaps, but kept his balance before wrapping up the Ozeki and hurling him to the clay with exceptional skill in a kirikeshi. Number 9. Terunofuji versus Onosato, Hatsu Basho, 2024. Rookie Onosato had a decent initial charge, but was far too hesitant compared to his explosive start earlier in the tournament. He gave up an inside left grip to Terunofuji, who took his time to gain the control he wanted before grabbing Onosato's belt and driving him to the edge, throwing him out of the ring with a swift uwatanage. Number 10. Terunofuji versus Shohoryu, Kyushu Basho, 2019. Terunofuji brought a little extra force to his sumo against the younger Shohoryu from the Tokitsukaze group. Shohoryu tried to turn it into an Oshi fight, but a confident Terunofuji trapped his arms, closed the gap, and ended the bout with a sukuinage. Number 11. Terunofuji versus Gonoyama in 2024. Returning after a prolonged injury absence, Terunofuji didn't have the best start against Gonoyama, but adapted quickly. He grabbed his opponent's right arm, seized his belt, twisted him to the side, and brought him down with a left-handed overarm throw, another of his signature uwatanage moves. This win proved he hadn't lost his touch. Number 12. Terunofuji versus Takakeisho, Nagoya Basho, 2024. In another clash between these two titans, Takakeisho shifted left and attempted a slap-down hatakikomi, but Terunofuji executed his version better. He swiftly moved behind Takakeisho and forced the Ozeki down with a light push. The momentum Takakeisho carried was enough to send him crashing belly first to the ground. Number 13. Terunofuji versus Asanoyama in 2020. Asanoyama put up a strong showing, driving Terunofuji to the edge of the elevated ring and attempting to spin him out, but the champion recovered in time and employed an uwatanage, throwing him under the arm to bring Asanoyama down to the clay and out of the ring in a masterful display. After becoming a Yokozuna, Terunofuji faced new challenges. Injuries continued to plague him, causing him to withdraw from 12 of the 20 tournaments between 2022 and 2024. Despite this, when he competed, he was dominant. He won his 10th Yusho in July 2024, solidifying his status as one of the greats. However, his deteriorating health led him to announce his retirement on January 17, 2025, after the New Year tournament, where he participated partially before bowing out. Terunofuji has become an icon of modern sumo, not just for the titles he's won, but for how he's built his fame through resilience and results. Being a Yokozuna isn't just an achievement for him, it's a statement that he can overcome anything. His return to the highest level after falling so low is not something seen every day in this sport, and it's made him a figure everyone watches closely. Fans admire his tenacity, young wrestlers see him as an example, and veterans recognize that his impact goes beyond statistics. What do you think of Terunofuji? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave your like, comment, and subscribe to the Sumo Spirit channel for more content. See you in the next video.